Oops. Hello, everybody. Well, we have quite the evening. As you can see behind me, I got a lot of books to put together. So that's what tonight's chore night is going to be about. We're just going to hang out and talk, and I'm going to be packing books from yesterday's book signing. So this ought to be interesting. I'm only slightly more prepared today than I was yesterday. So we'll see how this goes. So I can guarantee you I will be very easy to distract. Oh boy. Oh, let's see. All right. Another Saturday, another packing party. I guess yes. Oh, James 3, this is definitely a chore. Oh. Excuse me. All right. So, how do we start this? Well, first thing you do is you get some boxes. So, well, I'll just ask, how's everybody doing here? All right. People are getting ready for the Bifidus coming in. I need to get an update as to how that's going. And let's see. And by the way, everybody, I have just finished the podcast for tomorrow. And if you want to join us tomorrow morning, that's Monday at 5 a.m. Pacific. You can join us for the showing, the first showing. It's all about the pitfalls of naturalistic data. What is it? The pitfalls of taking information from the wild. You're saying, but Bill, isn't that what you build your entire outreach on? Yes. It's like a semi clickbait, but it's not really clickbait because I don't do clickbait. I really am going to be talking about the pitfalls of looking to nature. We can't just copy everything because nature is not all good. Nature does some bad things to our chameleons. So there we go. All right. How am I going to do this? I guess I just pick one. Then I just got to find the right shipping label. Evan, yay. All right. So everybody gets a bookmark and a sticker. And if somebody is new and is wondering, what the heck are you talking about? I just released the book Tiny Dragons, and it's all about the care of hatchling chameleons. And on Saturday, we had a mega book signing. Now, all the signed books are sold, but the publisher has many books, so you can order from the publisher and get this book. The only thing this signed stuff is I ordered a bunch of books because people were saying, I want the signature. And I said, well, you know how I feel about giving the masses what they want. So that's what we're doing here. Now, when you get these books, make sure you're aware of these things because they tend to like fly out. So, got to be careful. You got to be careful for the merch, the fun little swag stuff. So, oh, okay. So people are starting to talk about the Bifidus that are coming in soon, and I like this conversation. Let's see. Nate's talking about quarantine. It's actually going to be structurally the same setup of branches, plants, how Bill did the shamrocks. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to do an official. I know I did a little video on that. I think I'm going to do an official tutorial video on how to do a quarantine cage setup. I think that's something we need to talk about. Alicia says, "Oh, I'm late." That's okay, Alicia. We are just hanging out, especially on Sunday when it's chore night. There's not a whole lot that goes on, except we just hang out. So, oh man, this is going to be a pain because I got to match the book with the shipping label. I'll probably get about 5 done this hour, but then I'll figure out how to do it, and it'll be a lot more efficient, time efficient. So, although some people do have the books. There have been a number of books that have been sent already, so some of you may either have your books or the books may be on the way. I tell you, on my side, what's been going on your side, Bill? I am loving working with these little baby panther chameleons, but they're driving me crazy because they're not growing. And you're saying, Bill, didn't you just write a book on how to raise hatchlings? I say, yeah, I did. Imaginate that. Well, check the temperature. The temperature is actually higher than I recommend to start off with. It's still safe, but it's high. And I have a number that are outside in the California sun, which has been pretty warm. So it just doesn't seem like temperature would be the situation. In fact, the ones that were warmest are the ones that were cooler were growing faster than the ones that were warmer. So, yeah, I don't think it's a temperature thing. Food-wise, make sure that there's food all over in there, and I'm feeding. I've been feeding crickets from the beginning, but I know some of them just won't get off of fruit flies, so I'm backing off on the fruit flies. They're getting crickets, fruit flies, bean beetles, silkworms. So there shouldn't be any issue as far as them having enough food or the kind of food. And there's poop all over the place. So riddle me this. What the heck is going on? They're just not. It's like I was trying to figure out, well, maybe these aren't panthers. Maybe these are carpet chameleons. No, they're panther chameleons. So anyway, let's see. Very distracting. What's distracting? Have you fecal tested the babies, Bill? You know, I've been thinking about that. Maybe I ought to do this because these babies were from a wild-caught female. And there is hypotheses that that some parasites may be able to be passed down and that kind of thing. So, Nate, that's a very good thought, and I am gearing up to do that. And I will enjoy the challenges of all of you who have linotum and trying to do fecals on those little things. So anyway, I'll try anything at this point. It's all about learning. Yeah. Yes, since it's a very distracting. What is distracting? Oh, James has his book already. Yeah. So everybody, I'm squinting because the comments are so far away. Maybe I ought to bring them in. So all right, Nate says listen to a bunch of podcasts. Yeah, what's really cool, you look for the podcast with TC Houston, and you can hear the origin of the term small batch breeding. So, hey, Sak Shamungru. Hello. Make sure I'm not missing any comments here on Instagram. By the way, everybody, This is a live session on both Instagram and on YouTube. On YouTube, it's the Chameleon Academy live channel, which is different than the main Chameleon Academy channel. And this is live every Sunday at 5 p.m. Pacific. Usually I'm making fruit fly cultures or food trays for crickets / roaches. But this is really meant to be a chore night. Sorry, everybody. Bet you that's loud. And this is a chore. I got to pack a bunch of books. Let's see. Let's see. Speaking of crickets, Cash is Alicia's new Panther Chameleon. Seems only want crickets. Not everything else is. All right. Well, that's interesting. Although, yeah, he's young, not terribly worrying. So my Panther recently started closing one eye during the day, but his eye looks normal and looks hydrated enough. Okay, well, good. Just keep watching it. Yeah, a lot of times chameleons do things that, they don't look, you're saying, gosh, this doesn't look that bad, but he's not doing what he's supposed to be doing. So in those cases, we just got to keep watching and see if anything else comes of it. The heck? James Cross, great time yesterday with all the wardrobe changes. Yes, James Cross came in with a lot of different hats. I'm campaigning the Fog Father for YouTube's sexiest guy of the year. Wow. Well, James, you are just burning up the airwaves since your introduction not too long ago. My goodness. A star is born. Da, 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 da. Yeah, and Alicia, about your chameleon only eating crickets, as much as we want him to have a balanced diet and have variety and all this kind of stuff, the fact is that there are keepers that give crickets only. Now, I don't recommend that, but it just goes to show that you can have a nice long life with your Panther Chameleon, even if they only eat crickets. Now, once again, I don't recommend that. But Alicia's having a problem where he will only eat crickets. So, yeah. So I'm not worried. I like your. Nate is saying, I like your built-ins. Oh, those, yeah. Things in the background. So, hey, Wayne Abitas is here. Hello. Helps having a great community behind you, Bill. Behind you, Bill, and an awesome friend. Oh, James is talking about having his rise to stardom. Bill, can chameleons have hiccups? I have never experienced a chameleon with a hiccup, but I don't know why not. I mean, if you have a chameleon with a hiccup, well, I'll just say I don't know. But you send me a video of this. Alicia says, I'm offering silkworms, superworms, roaches, and crickets every month. And he only eats crickets? Oh, my goodness. What a little diva. Wayne Abides says, what number signature did I get? Wayne Abides, everything happened so quickly that I didn't do any numbering systems. So it was chaos. It was chaos. Wayne Abides. It was horrible. It was horrible. Oh, I meant to do a numbering system, but it just didn't come out that way. It just didn't work. All right. So let's see. It takes 15 minutes to do one book. Oh, hey, this is Alex. And it needs. So, Renee, this is exciting. We found a chameleon to rescue. He's availed. Well, of course, wanting to hear back from the owner. It's our second one. I think it's time to make the rescue happen. Is this a male or a female? I may have a new Neymar's product. Whoa, okay. All right. Fog dispenser. Okay. Oh, well, we can put that through the ringer. We can test that thing up and down. Neves. Alex, I'm going to try hard. Neves. Hey, if I could get Kanoa, I can get Neves. Let's see. Oh, there it is. Right there. Yes. It's a boy. Yes. Oh, I'm so glad that you are getting Veiled Chameleon. They are so wonderful. All right. We got to make sure we get Alex and Neves. All right. See, I'm doing this because Alex and Neves getting 2 stickers. That's right. I'm playing favorites. That's right. Hello.
Hello. Bye.
I'm sorry. I am here with. I got to pack all these books.
Yeah, I see. No, you're talking to your friends. I get it.
I am.
Can I let Vixen out?
Yes. Yes, I am smack talking with my daughter because she actually is working on being a professional writer. She's got an agent and is like doing like all the official stuff, and it's pretty exciting and pretty impressive. And so I do a whole lot of smack talking around here. And she's there for it. She is very good at smack talking too. We have fun interactions. I let her know that she is wrong on most things. And coincidentally, she feels that I am wrong on most things. And so we discuss. Let's see. Wait, what? There was a sticker. Yes, Winnabeaties. There's a sticker that comes with it. And you're going to get a sticker and a bookmark. Winnabeaties, did you know that because you pre-ordered, you get a sticker and a bookmark? Look at this. You've got all of our sayings on the bookmark and the bunch of chameleons and a sticker. Just make sure that when you open this book, you don't let them fall out because they fall out really easily. I hate for somebody to lose the sticker and stuff because it will slide out and it will make a run for freedom. Whew. Let's see. My wife does the same thing. Every time I get a new tool, she calls it a toy. Oh. Look at that. Winnabeaties love stickers. Excellent. Then you are going to love this. Oh, God bless your daughter. Yes, she is wonderful. She is a blessing. Oh, okay. Happy Sunday night. It's Monday here in the UK. Oh, yeah. Flick. Oh, yeah. It's always early for you. Yeah. Terry says, Mr. Bill, I was a lucky winner of the Satanic Leaf-tailed Gecko from Misty Mountain Fence. Been studying her care sheet. Excellent. Am I wrong in thinking the care is very similar to a chameleon? You are absolutely correct. It is. They are very similar. In fact, they live with many of our chameleons. And if you treat them like a deep forest, deep high altitude elevation chameleon, then you got it. The one thing is that they are sensitive to temperature, so don't let them get beyond the mid 70s. We keep our house, keep everything at 72 degrees. That is where it's good, and just lower UV. And yes, UVB. See, okay, everybody. I'm going to give you a little insight as for the Satanic Leaf-tailed Gecko and all of your Eurypletus. We have this epidemic in the reptile community of keeping them in way too small of cages. And the only thing I can gather is that most people just see them during the day because they're sleeping during the day. So we say, okay, they don't need them much. You see them at night, they are bouncing all over the place. So you got to give them as big of a cage as possible, just like a chameleon. And I like to have them in 36-inch tall cages, one per 36-inch tall cage, 18 by 18 by 36. That's good. But I don't like they need humidity. So, actually they're perfect for the shamrock chameleon. How do you take care of shamrock chameleon? Yeah, Bill, you need to put together that care guide. I know that. But you are absolutely correct, Terry. It's just like a chameleon. And I mean, the water, I use a mister. I've had them, they don't like the fogger so much because the thing is, they do okay with the fog. But the thing is, they see it at night. And so it's strange because it's not the way fog is supposed to act. We have this little column of fog coming out, and in nature, it just envelops everybody, kind of appears. So we've got some work to do as far as how we fog things. But yes, we are. Eurypletus and chameleons have very similar. The right chameleons have very similar husbandry. I think that's why Yvette's been so successful with them so quickly, is because she's been practicing. Not only have we had Fantasticus for over 10 years, we've been breeding them for over 10 years. I mean, it's the same care that we give everything else. So, drop the Eurypletus fun facts. Yay. ZoomEd has changed their screen on the newer enclosures. I did not know that. The UVB bulb penetrates more. What? Okay, that makes sense. Because they're always looking for a way to make things cheaper. So that means that they have less less wire in the top. They're looking for a cheaper screen. So there's less filtering, but okay, I got to check this out. But this is the reason why it's important to know why we do what we do. And all of the numbers that I have, like this 6 inches from the 6% UVB bulb through the screen. Well, now that's with Dragon Strand is still using the 70% transmission screen. Now I got to take a look at Reptibreeze because they've changed the filter in the top screen. So, all right, thank you for that notice. I'm going to have to look into that. And just says, Bill took my veil to the vet. She didn't know what was going on with her, but she bounced back and her tongue working again. Everything is right in her house. I wish I knew what happened. I've had that before too. I've had chameleons that have they have something and they can't zap their tongue. And I think I'm going to be hand feeding these for the rest of their life. And then all of a sudden, boom, their tongue's working. So, yeah, I don't know. The new Neymar's product will disperse the fog so it will cover the cage from top to bottom. All right. Well, you got my email address. I'd certainly like to try this one because I am looking for the community to figure out how to fix things. Actually, that topic comes up in the podcast that's going out tomorrow, talking about how if we use nature as our guide, it tells us where we need to go as far as product development. So this, I would say, I am very interested in what you are about to do. So, all right. Oh, there we go. Let's see. Yep, I'm doing pretty good. One book boxed every 15 minutes. Holy cow. Oh boy. I think there's 40 more books back there. So let's see. That's 4 an hour. So that's only 10 hours. That's right. Well, of course, when I'm not sitting here talking with my friends, it's going to be quicker. So, hello, Justin. I've been playing with the idea of corner-mounted LED strip to illuminate better for the lower plants once canopy grows in. All my lower plants are. Yes, this is another thing we need to work on in the chameleon community. So be interested in hearing how it goes with you on that one. Oh. All right. By the way, all of my friends on Instagram, just want to let you know, if you really like this live session and you think you really want to be part of these live sessions, although this does happen on Instagram on Tuesday nights and Sunday nights, if you want the big Saturday show, go find a channel on YouTube called Chameleon Academy Live. It's got to be the live channel. And not only do you get an extra show, the chat is the community, the dedicated communities on YouTube, and that's where you see all of this chat, all this stuff that I'm talking about. That is happening on the chat on YouTube, which I can't bring onto Instagram. So if you love what's going on here and you'd like to be more part of it, just find the Chameleon Academy live channel, and you can go. Actually, you can switch right now if you want to, because yeah, we can switch right now. We got time. So, Mikey Ben says, yes, Instagram, come over to the dark side. Ooh. Oh, yes. All right. And let's see. So tomorrow we're going to be talking about the pitfalls of using natural, trying to get information from nature. And so that's going to be a little bit longer episode. We go into a lot of detail. And for those who don't know, and this is on the main channel, on Mondays we start with a podcast on the main YouTube channel, and it is a deep dive into it, and so it's something to listen to. You don't have to watch it. I do put up a scene. And for tomorrow's episode, you're going to be seeing a montage of different videos from Madagascar. It's a landscape, so it's not distracting. And although there is a clip in there with the eye, so that'll be a fun one. But it's mostly for listening to, and we go into deep. We go into a topic in a deep way, and it would just be putting B-roll to that would just be ridiculous. It would just not be a good use of anybody's time. So it's a good thing to just listen to. Oh, hey, Lee's here. Caught the Sunday evening live while following Amanda around the grocery store. Well, hello, Lee. Welcome. Now I'm packing up the books. All right. This is Nicholas. So let's see. And I'm finally, Lee, I'm finally getting all the emails of the people who won. I'll get those over to you. I got one more that needs to talk to me. Needs to give me the email. Speaking of lives, how's things now with the algorithm with the 2 channels? The Bill Strand channel over and done. Oh boy. Okay, let's just sit back and all right. So what Mike Ben is talking about is I had to separate the lives out of the main channel because it was really messing with the algorithm. And I don't know. I can't explain why. I don't know. It's benefiting. The other channel is starting to recover. And I don't know why having lives on that channel was like an anchor to it. We love the lives. We've got a great community here. So why would having the lives over there? And the only thing I can gather is that the general YouTube population doesn't like lives, I guess. I don't know if Adam Wickens did a segment on the most hated YouTubers. And if you can believe, somebody submitted my name as one of the most hated YouTubers. Why? Quotes, because he does too many live sessions. What? So as ridiculous as that is, and I'm not going to change because of that, it does support what I've suspected is that the general YouTube population just does, if they like the videos, they don't like lives. So I think what was happening is people liked the videos, and then YouTube said, all right, I'm going to be sending you the next thing that this guy posts, which happens to be a live. And the person says, I don't like this. This is a live session. I like videos. And so I think it had a back and forth type effect. What can I say other than, it looks like the other channel is recovering and is now doing better. I don't understand it. We have the best community here on the lives. And so you know what? Gave it its own channel. And now we have our own channel and we don't have to worry about these other people about what they think about live sessions. So, Lee, yes. Yes, I'm boxing up books. So the channels were fighting. It was the content was fighting. It's just and really I can't explain. Do you really? And I would see that in the metrics. Every single live session that I had would either have 0 subscribers or else I would lose subscribers because of the live session. I was thinking, how can that be? Because we have such a dynamic live sessions and everybody loves it. And the answer is, well, it's because, we have a community that loves it, but the general YouTube universe doesn't get it. So that is the way of it. The Bill Strand channel. Mikey, I have an entire year's worth of episodes that I would love to do on the Bill Strand channel. I really want to do a whole segment on community because obviously I've done a lot about building a community, and I don't just mean the virtual campus community. I'm talking about a community within followers, and what I'm talking about is you see a lot of channels, they have an audience where there is a performer, and the performer this is like a one-way thing. The audience listens to the performer. Then you have the ones that have followers, and this is where the the audience is more engaged, not just there to be entertained. They're actually there to learn something and be part of a group. Like, and this can be like religious or political, or somebody's got an ideological thing. I want you to change your life this way. Those are followers. And then there's community. And I know that word is bounced around all over the place, but a community is something completely different if you really want a community. And that's where you support and encourage there to be interaction within the people. So this is a community, and it's not a mistake. I'm not mistake, and it's not a coincidence. And this is deliberate that I created a space for a community to build up. And I'd like to talk about this stuff because I put in a lot of effort into. I won't say here's the thing: you don't create a community; you create a space, and the community builds itself. And you have to be okay not having control like that. You build the space, the fertile ground for it to grow. You defend it. You know, it's certainly not a passive thing. You got to defend it, but you have to just feed it, but it's got to grow on its own. And so there's a lot of, it's more than just something, oh, I've got a community. And so I put a lot of effort into it. I'd love to have the channel talk about those kind of things, how to build a community and all that. But the problem is I am now working so hard on Chameleon Academy that I just don't have time. This whole thing about doing, I want to do the podcast on Monday and then a video on Friday. So right now that is taking up most of the all the time that I have. Now, if I can get on top of that and figure out how to make that work and still have some time, I want to get back to that Bill Strand channel. So so people wondering what we're talking about, I have a third channel on YouTube that I started that was about, YouTube and being a social media person. And the view that I give is I'm not a traditional YouTuber, not at all. I mean, that's not a surprise to anybody. YouTube is a tool, just like podcasting is a tool, just like Instagram's a tool. And I use it as a tool. I'm not a dedicated YouTuber, and there is a difference. When you are a dedicated YouTuber, you act differently. Like a dedicated YouTuber would not do live sessions as much as I do, because you can get a much better return on your investment for time by doing shorts and by doing long form video that has hooks and all of that stuff that you need to do to get views. And so that's what a YouTuber does. I, of course, am trying to build a community because the things that I am building are only partially on YouTube. So it's a different perspective that I bring and I'd like to share. And I think it would be useful for people who want to start, get on social media to be able to consider. And I'm especially talking about people in the reptile community. I consider, do you want an audience? Do you want followers, or do you want a community? And by expressing that and sharing that and talking about it, people realize, oh yeah, I can be deliberate as to what I want, and I can put my effort towards actually doing it. So anyway, let me go back to the chat and see if what's happened when I've gone through my pontification. Lives used to be anchors, then they became hot, or they became anchors again. Okay. Well, Two Turtle Tom live sessions, it depends on what you're doing. If you're doing like a podcast, like a Joe Rogan or that kind of thing, I mean, even Trap Talk, his entire his entire channel is on lives. So the thing is, what they've done is they've built an entire channel around live sessions. So the only people who are on there are people who like live. It's kind of like this channel. This channel is has just live sessions, and so the people who are on this channel want the live sessions, and so this channel will be able to grow based on that. And so when you, I mean, there are still those hot podcasts that are specialized in that. The problem that I was running into is I had a channel that had shorts, long form, and lives, and those three communities don't really mesh. There isn't a whole lot of overlap between those communities. There's obviously some overlap, but the people who love shorts, they are a different community than the people who like long form, and both of them are different than the people who like lives. And so when I am trying to do a channel that has all three, I am confusing my audience, I'm confusing the algorithm, and so I needed to put us all out of our misery and just go to separate channels. And it has, and it's working so far. It's only been 3 weeks, so I got a little ways to go before I can really tell how well it's working. But so far, it is good. So far, it's working. So. Nate says, your channel is the only live I watch on YouTube. The rest of the live stuff I watch is on Twitter. Yeah. Twitter's big on live. They got that going. And by the way, everybody, let me know your opinion. I'd love to hear your opinion of how you do your social media, what you think about lives versus long form and all that kind of stuff. Please let me know what you think and what your habits are, because, you know, I'm sitting here trying to figure out how to structure these channels so they're most effective. So I'd love to hear your input about these channels. Alicia says, I watch both, and now the non-lives are showing up a lot more, so I just watch them more now. Okay. Hey. Okay. Says, I don't plan on doing anything regularly or scheduled, just having fun. I know that's not audience friendly, but I just can't commit to it like I used to. Yeah, I tell you, lives, it's like this. You got to be crazy to decide to do live sessions. And yeah, I'm crazy. All of this community is a very dynamic community, but it took 3 years to build. And that's 3 years of doing it every week. And yeah, me doing it multiple times a week is, I didn't set out to do this live sessions multiple times a week. It just kind of happened because I had an Instagram audience and I had a YouTube audience. And so I had 2 different lives a week, and then Instagram pretty much destroyed my app. So I wasn't able, anyway, you know, I've all heard that story over and over. And so I've now kind of combined them, but it's the community is so dynamic. I didn't feel like cutting it down to just one. And as long as you guys really enjoy this, we'll keep doing it. So, but it is tough. Anybody out there who wants to do a live session, I mean, build a live audience, you've got to have patience. You've got to show up every week, at a time, because, you know, what, 30, 40 years ago, what was it, the 90s, 80s, 90s? This is how it was. You had a show on TV and you showed up at a certain time every week. That's not how it is now. I mean, you get everything streaming and you get everything on command. So this whole idea of gathering at a certain time to watch a show is something that people have to get used to. And so, you just have to be really really patient and dedicate yourself and be okay with very small growth over the time. Sorry about that. Am I back? Everybody, I hope I'm back. Wow. So, yeah, I had specific reasons why I went and I started to live, and it was the kind of reasons that I was willing to dedicate myself to, and I really wasn't. We can. We don't have to get into all of that. That was a while ago. Let's see. DC 101178. I'm 38 years old. I prefer the long form YouTube videos just for the greater depth of knowledge gained. I love your live Q&As. Also, I rewatch them in the community archive playlist. Okay. Oh, so you found the community archive playlist. I actually archived all the live sessions and they're in a playlist. They're unlisted, so they're not, the YouTube algorithm doesn't send them out, but there is a playlist that has 3 years worth of live sessions. And so you can still find them on the main channel. DC says it's so comforting knowing if I have a burning question, I can tune into your next live Q&A to ask. Yeah, definitely. That's exactly what I wanted. And so I'm glad that that is working for you. Let's see. I am so far behind in the chat. Okay, I'm back. Good. Whew. All right. I selfishly prefer Chameleon Community, Bill. Oops. I'm not sure the context of that. I prefer the lives. I've tried to sit through some of the pre-recorded. Oh. Yeah, okay. All right. I'm here to learn. I love this community. I'm glad. That is wonderful to hear. I'm fine with pre-recorded if I'm doing something and listening to it in the background. Okay. Yeah, a lot of community is amazing. Lots of amazing. Yeah, we've got something special here. And I'm not just saying that. You look, I don't know of another community that's like this, that what we've built here. So this is pretty special. And yeah. At this point, a YouTuber is someone who does it for money. Okay. Oh no, Derek's moving to a new spot. Nate says back in the day it was vlog channel and main channel. Now it's main channel and live channels. Yeah, it says I love live. I look forward to the live interaction. I also love the podcast. I can listen on my own time. Good. I'm glad you like both of them. I like having multiple outreaches. Short Stack Evie says, I really appreciate watching the live replays on Instagram. Lots of good nuggets of wisdom. Thanks for all you do, Bill. Thank you. Thank you for letting me know. I'm glad you're enjoying this. Yeah. James 3 says, I love them all, but I really appreciate the long form podcast when I'm working, so I don't have to select content every 10 minutes. Yep. Mondays is going to be a nice, I think it's over 30 minutes. So there'll be a lot of information there. Well, Yvette is an angel sharing you with the community 4 times a week. She's also due for another long form Fant video. We've been talking about that. We have one that's half made and we have to finish it. So yes, we agree. We agree. We're going to work on that. So, and Lee says, like them all, pre-recorded or live. All right, excellent. It's good to know that the live sessions are the replays are being appreciated out there. Let's see. Should I wrap one more book here? I still got time. Let's see. Who is this? Annette. Yay. By the way, everybody, I ask for your patience in me getting all these out. Oh my goodness. Although it'll go quicker when I'm not talking. Oh, wait a minute. Annette needs a bookmark and sticker. Hey. So everybody, once again, just make sure that the bookmark and sticker doesn't slip out. Whew. So, and also that on the Bill Strand channel, I was going to do a fun thing where we would be doing this YouTube. It's a quest for Animal Con, where we had a bunch of exercises where we would all do fun things on YouTube and build our skills, and then we would meet at Animal Con. And I thought it was a great idea. It is a great idea, but I don't know what's going on with Animal Con. They were talking about it, but then they're not talking about it, and so to be determined what the future holds. So, oh, and by the way, everybody, please remember, I still have 2 spots left for Madagascar. If you want to go this in January, please to let me know. Email me at bill@chameleonacademy.com, and I will send you information. So, okay. Steve is saying, I share a lot of podcasts as an aid for new keepers. Surprise babies being the most shared. Yeah, that is number 2. I went back and I listened to those early podcasts, and oh my goodness, I have gotten a whole lot better with audio, with recording and audio processing. It was almost, I was thinking maybe I ought to redo these. Oh boy. You do something for 10 years, you get good at it. And I now know how far I have come when I listen to those old ones. Bye, Alicia. Oh, yeah, I get all sorts. Mikey, I'm looking at shipping to Canada, and there's all sorts of crazy stuff, but I can send UPS, and that gets around the strike, I believe. Yvette's saying, I'm so excited to receive a copy of your book. We shall be patient. Oh, yes. And yes, I took care of yours. And it's in there somewhere. Woo-hoo. I got a nice big stack of books back there. Let's see. Bill, you dedicate so much to your efforts. I'm assuming this work is your primary gig now. Yes, it is. I am focusing on my Dragon Strand, and I am focused, and I want to build up Chameleon Education products. Would you say, wow, Bill, that's quite ambitious of you. And all I can say is you are absolutely correct. I have the support of my wife, which is amazing. And it's an incredible thing. But obviously that is a huge topic. Very lot of different facets to that. Now, if somebody from my previous life came up, Anyway, yeah, you know what? We don't have to talk about that. We don't have to talk about that. But right now, for at least a brief amount of time, this is what I am focusing on. Bill, will you do another live with Peter from Vietnam? There's no plan on that. But there is no reason not to. If there is something that happens that makes it a good show. So, I. One thing about being a content creator, the thing is, I do not want to be a YouTuber. That is a trap. So you will find that even though I'm putting a lot of effort into this, it is the marketing outreach for all my other products. I do not want to be a YouTuber. That is a trap. Because you look at the people who are making YouTube a career or treating it as a job, it's a very slippery slope to a place I don't want to go. Your content ends up having to be watered down because once you become a YouTuber, you need to appeal to more and more people. You live off of views and retention, and if you start to get sponsors, then they measure you based on views and retention. And so, like my very specialized stuff that I do, the stuff that I'm good at, because I'm not an entertainer. I make educational videos. I'm not even edutainment. I don't do very well. And not knocking the people who are. I wish I could. I can't. So I am what I am, and so I need to be in this deep niche, like doing podcasts half an hour deep on a subject. So that is what I do, and that I don't know. Maybe that could grow. I don't know. We'll see. But you got to, the people who have, here it is. YouTubers are the ones that burn out and put out brain rot. Yeah. See, the thing is, you get trapped into doing that. And when if you get really popular on something, you end up having to do that because that's what people expect out of you. And you find it's really easy to find yourself trapped and not able to get out of a certain style of video. And when that's your main income, I mean, it's not easy to switch gears or to switch. Now, Clint Laidlaw of Clint's Reptiles, somehow, I don't know how he did it. I mean, he did a major shift. He just said, okay, instead of is this lizard the best pet reptile, he started going into high-end biology. It's like that is, and for him to be able to take his entire audience, I'm sure there were some losses, but my goodness, that is like, that was impressive. I did not expect that. I mean, he's very talented, but as a marketing professional, that's what I did. It's very difficult to switch an audience like that. So he is the outlier who's been able to make that work. But these other YouTubers, when you get 100,000 million subscribers, they came for a certain style that you have. And you can't it's really difficult to change that. So you got to be careful how much you chase the views on YouTube. James says, I beg to differ. You're very entertaining. Oh, yeah. Well, I am glad. I am glad you are entertained by me and my antics. Sean shows the entertainment. Yeah, Bill steals a show every week lately. Oh yeah, well, as long as Sean is putting up with me. Oh, let's see, 6 o'clock. Well, guys, I have gotten. It's been an hour, and I've gotten all of 4 books put together. Yeah, you guys see there. There's a stack of books back there. Yeah. So I'm gonna put on some good music, and I'm gonna get these out. And probably I'll just start sending them out tomorrow. And really appreciate you all supporting me by purchasing this book. And I'm really proud of how it turned out. So I'm really I am confident that you will enjoy this book. And I'm working on the next one. I've decided that, Tom, you asked, is this now what you're doing? I have certain goals that I've decided I am going to achieve, and I am going to. There are 2 more books that I want to. I want to get out and talk to Yvette, and we're going to do what it takes. I'm going to put my nose to the grindstone, and we're going to get those out. And so I think those 3 books are going to be very helpful for the community. It's going to be Care of Hatchlings. It's going to be the main husbandry book from 3 months old till old age. That may be a thick book. And then it's going to be a book on breeding. And it's not just going to be on how to breed, but how to be a good breeder. So I think these are things that I really want to leave the community with. So it's just more than just information transfer. It's a deeper. This is how we build a community type thing. So, Tutorial Tom, let us know how we can help. Thank you. I appreciate that, and I'll let you know. And by the way, supporting me, buying the book and buying the class and all the digital products and educational products, that does a lot. That really does, because the bank doesn't care about coolness points. So the Bilogy will be released. That's right. Gosh darn it. That's right. All right, everybody. Have a great week. If you're crazy enough to join me tomorrow at 5 a.m. Pacific, we are going to have a deep dive on the pitfalls of using natural data for our husbandry. And so we'll all gather at 5 a.m. Pacific. There will be, if you go to the main Chameleon Academy YouTube channel, you have there is a premiere. So the first showing at 5, that starts at 5 a.m., there's a live chat, and a number of us go there. And that's how we start our week. It's a fun way to start the week. So you're all invited. You can it'll be up in probably about half an hour. I got to finish up the video, and then it will be up so you can hit the notification. So before you go to bed tonight, check for it on the Chameleon Academy channel. And I'll see whoever wants to be there. I'll see you at 5 a.m. tomorrow morning. So everybody, thank you very much for joining and making Sunday nights a fun night to be. And I'll see ya.